come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. Went throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running me down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They reacting.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Come on, fellas.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. He's coming. Double up. Squeeze. Shift.
Bridgewater to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A.J. Klein. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's now 3rd down.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Hey, 25 for Mike. We're going 25.
Bridgewater now. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
This is that. 19. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100+ in this one in order to stay in that race.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You go. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 26, check 26. Switch.
Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I'm going back to you.
Watson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 39 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him, and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. From the 38, Watson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Set, 19! Cut! Put the point down, he's coming.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Saints 3.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Touchdown, Titans! Christian McCaffrey, 77 yards. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Oh, you got D?
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On second and 11 now. Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On third down, Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now it's Watson. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now on second and 13. Bridgewater throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. Third down here.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. Michael Gallup 79 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Throwing again is Watson. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down, Saints.
Stay with your man. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4-9 and go.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Throwing on second down. Watson forced out to his left. He's going to look deep for Edelman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have now moved out in front. The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Watson now to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking deep for Gabriel. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third.
Hey, 25 to Mike. Come on. I'm coming. I'm coming. Take 4.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Hey, we gotta snap it. Get in the weight room.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Harrison Butler set to kick off.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Wake able to record his 5th sack of the season.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To try again after the sack, Watson trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there from McCaffrey. 56 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and... It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Sterling Shepard, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. The point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show, because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Barkley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. There goes Sterling Shepard. Touchdown, Titans. Sterling Shepard, 77 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are back within a single score. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score Titans 42.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one.
The Saints take over.
We play to win. Let's go.
20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Felt me get a little jangly up there before that last play call, and then once it happened, I was like, oh, because it feels like almost a missed golden opportunity to take a shot in that position.
You think 1st and 5, maybe you go for a little more than a short run?
Almost a free down.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Watson. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Nickel Roby-Coleman, a name that will ring in the ears of Saints fans forever, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Titans' 34-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Watson on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. A first throw for the backup Griffin. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. Nowhere to his escape, and he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Griffin. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
51 to Mike. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Go, Mike.
4th down. Here's RG3. It's caught. Shepard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Hey,
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, forget the field goal to try to tie this thing. They'll have a chance to take the lead here with 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Single receiver, single receiver.
Now RG3. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Mike 59. I got him. He's mine.
Now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now it's Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. From the gun, it's Griffin. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Mike is set. Mike 50. Mike 50. Mike 50. Back 25. Bang, bang. Hey. 25. 24. Line him up.
Now Watson, his first throw of OT. The ball is out. Watson lost it. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
From his end zone, Watson on 3rd and long. And he is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety, and the game is over. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But